Hey everybody, Sean from Media Assault here, and I just wanted to do a very quick review or my thoughts on the Criterion Collection edition of Godzilla. I watched this the other night, and I've got to say I'm really impressed with this. First with the packaging, and I'll show you what that looks like. Comes in this little slipcase. And then there's sort of a booklet style, which you can see has Godzilla in the bubbles. And that opens up like that. And then it comes with a little book with Godzilla in Japanese on the back. And then on the front, another picture of the monster himself with the logo, the Criterion version of the logo. And then the inside packaging, which has the disc here, and then this opens up to little pop-up Godzilla there. That's pretty impressive. And what's kind of cool is even from the back, I don't know if you can really see that, they've got the back with his back fins on there, so it's not just the front, it's not white on the back, it actually has front and back, which is really cool. The booklet's pretty sparse. I mean, there's not a lot in here. There's an essay called Poetry After the A-Bomb, the cast, your chapter stops that are on the Blu-ray, and some production credits, some information about the transfer, and it's all in black and white. The majority of it is taken up by that essay. But if you're a fan of the original 1954 film, this is really the only way to go as far as owning it. I did have the classic media version that came out in 2006. I didn't have it on Blu-ray because when it was released, I actually didn't have a Blu-ray player. But I did sit down and take a look at the DVD version of it compared to this. Not so much for image quality in terms of resolution, because I obviously know the Blu-ray is going to be better than the DVD, but in terms of the way the print looks. And the print on the classic media version has a lot of scratches in it, as well as a lot of dust and markings and whatnot. Now, what I learned from the commentary on this is a lot of that damage is due to the optical processes and effects making work and the stock of film that was used when the original movie was made. So finding a pristine version of the print is impossible, mainly because there was damage to the film done while it was being made, because they would do double exposures and whatnot to put Godzilla onto the screen, or put the miniature versions of the city with people running in the foreground. Stuff like that. So you're never going to get a perfectly pristine, damage-free print, because there is no such thing. It was damaged while they were making the movie. However, this is probably as close as you're going to get to seeing the movie as it was when it was released in 1954. It just looks miles and miles above, in terms of quality, better than the classic media version. Now, if you own the classic media version and you're not too worried about the way it looks, then by all means stick with that and you're fine. But this just has the better looking print, some different special features. One of the ones that really impressed me was there was a featurette. It's just listed on the back here as a featurette detailing Godzilla's photographic effects. And from that, having seen this movie I don't know how many times, I was actually very impressed by how many effect shots just would pass me by every time I would watch the movie, and I didn't even realize they were effect shots. So for as much grief that people give the makers of Godzilla for making what amounts to a man in a rubber suit smashing models, there was a lot of effects work that was in this that is seamless, perfectly seamless. You wouldn't even know it was there. And these are things that the Japanese special effects crews, mainly E.G. Tsuburaya, pioneered and perfected and did on the fly and just improvised. And I gotta say, they don't get enough credit for the things they did right, for as much ribbing as they get for the things that got wrong, with wires showing on the models and all that stuff. So by all means, find this if you're a Godzilla fan, if you're a kaiju fan, and you don't own the original Japanese version of Godzilla, get this version on Blu-ray. by and far and away the best version you're ever going to get. Unfortunately, it is Region A locked, so if you live outside the United States and don't have a Region A player or Region A capable player, you won't be able to watch it. So if you've got a multi-region player, by all means get it as well. Can't say enough good things about it. I'm going to give it a perfect 10 out of 10. It's just a lot of fun to watch, and it's educational as well. So those are my thoughts on the Criterion Collection of Godzilla that was just released in January of 2012. And you can get it at Amazon.com and a number of different places for about 28 bucks. So it's well worth it, money well spent. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. As always, feel free to rate, comment, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Thanks again. Bye.